Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the public hearings of the TRRC. Imam, you have the floor. If you can offer some prayers, please.
Thank you, Chair. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Rahmanir Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين ربنا أتمم لنا نورنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا آتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تفلح الميعاد ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Amen. Shukran, Imam Jalal. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God of power and might, the most gracious, the most merciful, we call upon your divine mercy and your divine goodness, your divine forgiveness over all humankind throughout the whole face of the globe. And we continue to bring the witnesses that will appear before the TRRC today. We ask, Lord, that you shall grant each and every one of them the boldness to come and speak the truth, and grant the commission the discerning spirit to discern between truth and falsehood. And we also commit the population and all those that are in the diaspora and the international community, that you grant them the patience to allow the due process to take its proper course, and you being the one who avenge all cases will bring justice to each and every one in due time. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Bishop Odiko. Council, I believe we are continuing with our theme on the massacre of the West African migrants in 2005. If you are ready with this morning's witness, please proceed, Council.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, commissioners, and members of the audience. We are proceeding with that same theme, Mr. Chair, and the witness is being brought in at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I, Baboucarr Jatta.
I, Baboucarr Jatta.
Do swear that.
Do swear that.
I'll speak the truth.
I'll speak the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See.
Good morning, Mr. Jatta.
Good morning, Lead Council.
Welcome back to the TRRC.
Well, thank you.
This is your third trip.
That's my third trip, yes, for sure.
I hope it would be the last.
Let's think so.
Good. The first was a disaster.
Okay.
The second was better. I hope this one would be excellent.
I should think so.
Good. Exercise the greatest discipline and answer questions asked.
Okay.
And do not go on a frolic and answer your own questions.
All right.
Mr. Jatta, since your last appearance here, we have established a protocol to have the testimonies interpreted in one of the local languages.
Okay.
In which local language would you prefer your testimony to be interpreted into?
That's your choice.
No, the choice is yours. It's your testimony.
Okay. Let's go by Mandinka.
Perfect. Mandinka it would be. The Mandinka boot, are you ready? Yes. Mr. Jatta, you know the protocol.
Okay.
It is an offense to lie under oath in this country. It is also an offense to provide false or misleading information to the Commission.
Mr. Jatta, Council come for Mindiko, ye tamandri bulol nying jang tiara sija yalo ne wala Mindiko tumala mena kalota yenana kumos for me alonko kumasoto balole mulwa tinyaldi haninkabi o nyakin o nyama fana yenana kalota yenana kumasoto balo fo tiara sija nyati no jang tiara sija lual ko to mulwa tinyaldi.
I do understand.
You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I have had an interview that you gave in the past, in which you prided yourself for not providing the full information to the Commission, or to SAFAL for that matter. Well, you weren't talking to SAFAL. You were talking to the Commission, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of the Republic of the Gambia. I hope you understand that.
Yes.
And it cannot be worn as a badge of honor that you did not provide the full information to the Commission. Do you understand that, Mr. Jatta?
I do.
Do you understand that? Could you answer, please?
Jabir, okay.
I just felt that I was not being given the opportunity.
If
you stop me at some level, I may be obliged to go down.
Open
up to me. It may be a long talk, but well.
Mr. Jatta, this is not about giving you opportunity. This is you deliberately withholding information, knowing that that information was relevant to the inquiry of the Commission. No, I did not say Tilimbalia. I did not say that. I said you deliberately withheld.
Kibaro be bulu ima di commission la nyimu banku be commission la manke esa falla commission.
Okay.
Could you apologize to the Commission for doing that?
The Commission is abolo se no bampurila baro kamba.
Very sorry.
Ako alsi haketo.
Beginning is always difficult, you know.
Go follow la ka koleale.
Mr. Jatta, that was your second trip to the Commission.
Mr. Jatta wala mulana kuna sinya fulanja oti kana commission nyati ngola.
And the thing is, Mr. Jatta, you have occupied very senior positions in this country in the past.
And Mr. Jatta wala mindiko ye makamu santon kam bale maranyam banku kanjam komando.
It is very disappointing that a person of your stature to have occupied such positions would pride himself for misleading the Commission.
Mujikalate balti mome alonko membe ko ite yenyi makama sifa mara membe banku kanjam yena na kuma di commission la me alonko amanke kuma tilindi ngoti o mujikalate baldi ila karola.
Let's hope that would not happen this time around. Could you answer now, please? You have given an undertaking, it would not happen.
No.
Thank you very much. Mr. Jatta, could you confirm your names again for the record?
I am retired Colonel Baboucarr Jatta.
Ntelom retired Colonel Baboucarr Jatta Trrc.
Date and place of birth?
I was born in December 26, 1960.
December karotil muani woro le munguluta 1960.
In Tujaren.
Tujaren sate auto.
You are one CDS?
Inana kira soja lo nyaron god le ba falo me CDS.
1994 to 2004.
1994 kata 2004.
And you were later appointed as Minister for the Interior.
Minister member marli banko kono kunyala.
First March
Abo March karotili follow
2005,
2005.
16 November 2006.
Kata November karotili tani woro 2006.
And during that period, you were what?
And what all item munetinu?
Interior Minister.
Ndela minister tinu memmarta banko kanko wala.
The normal nomenclature, Secretary of State for the Interior.
Bari ka kumandi nyami wolem Secretary of State for the Interior.
Can you tell us what that job entailed?
Sa fo na nyodo ko nyin kono ay mune fudi. Abi ko na munni munem.
One, it requires directing policies
Nyindabi je pour ka sartolu ya marodi.
for the services under command.
Pour do ko be tamala nyami kantiolu la karola.
That's the police,
Wolem kabirim police,
immigration,
immigration do ko bunda me marta tamala alla.
fire service,
Kata dimbadu be bunda.
then National Drug Enforcement Agency.
Tumo fanang do ko bunda me yalon ko wolle marata sirafen kelo la banko kan.
And the prisons.
Anen kaso bunda.
And in addition, you are responsible for maintenance of peace,
Yes, law and order.
law and order in the country.
O kafurun kan ko take hanin ka bitel marlin ka je ko Cairo e sabati banko kan.
Basically, you are in charge of internal security.
Dum wolam nyindi ko itele marlin num banko kono e tanko kunyala.
Yes.
The army is responsible for external threats.
Sojarol wolle be marlin comme ni kula la fina dunna na banko ka membe wala na mane ka dunna itolle marta wala ka tankandi.
You agree?
Nsonta.
Can you tell us, in July 2005, you were the Minister or Secretary of State for the Interior, correct?
Silanga fonya ban July karo kono 2005 itele mun minister me mardi banko kono kunya la tonya fo.
Yes, yes, yes.
And do you recall the July 22nd, 2005 festivities?
Foy hakilo si muruno koma ban July 20 July karo tilimwan ning kilin 2000 tilimwan ning fula 2005 son kono bengo men ketanu.
Yes.
Mr. Jatta, we are having interpretation, so you have to wait until the interpretation is done before you respond.
All right.
Nafaham.
Good. So could you tell us what happened on that day?
Silam fay sa fo no nyamuna keta wolungola.
The events starting from the evening of July 22nd onwards.
Bengo nyin damu tadla kabo July 22nd wularan ningola.
About are we going to talk about the festivity first? At the July 22nd, not so.
Fombe kachala janjungu folole la menketa juraro janjungu ti July 22nd baye bato.
Yes.
Yes, we were there on this cultural festival.
Bijele nung ada janjungu be caring festival o.
Where was it held?
Then July 22nd Square.
Utumo ikafuje July 22nd baye.
Otherwise known as?
Ninga borale kafaje nyadile.
Makati Square.
You have to wait for the interpretation before you answer. Okay. And you are being showed on TV. So if you answer out of turn, the cameras would not have picked you up answering.
Oh, okay.
Please, proceed.
Now it's Makati Square.
Say kafuje na Makati Square.
Proceed.
We had this festivity.
That
in which date did it take place?
Was it the day after?
The evidence we have is that July 22nd was officially celebrated in the morning, and in the evening there was a musical jamboree.
Kibaro mensura jambate nga sedandro mensura wala July 22nd wato do ika bengo nyinda muta somandala ayana tendam fo wularan dingola.
Yes, please. Then it must be on July 22nd.
Wata kata July karotil mu andim fulole.
We were at the Makati Square.
Mbe Makati Square.
And seated on the VIP.
Mbe siring Alpha Balu Sidulato.
Who do you remember to be seated at the VIP?
Yakle jumal lelma me alon ko wolle be siring Alpha Lo Sidulato.
We have ministers.
Minister Lubije.
diplomats,
wala alfalu men be siri la bankol nin doku bundal ye jang
service chiefs,
anen kanto nin tankada bunda nyaton kolu
except one.
for killing wala mamabe
Who was not there?
Wala jumati member tanunje.
Daba Marena.
daba mare na wala tijenu
The IGP was there.
IGP beje
The CDS was there.
CDS beje
And the president.
kola president fanam beje
Mr. Witness,
Sedo.
we were given to understand that Daba Marena was there.
Yang kalam rende nyin nela ko wolungo nyin daba mare na abenu njele.
Atije. He was not there.
mantaraje atije
Look, we are looking for the video. We are looking for the video. We still could not find it.
mba video jube
Any
kan
members of the public who has this video, please send it to the TRRC.
Video nyimba nyini kan hanin kabi bar maje no follow bari hanin kam be jama rahmano dani la momo yalan ko nyim video soro e TRRC de ma ngasoro.
So from the video, I believe we'd be able to see who was there.
Video nyini ngo soto mbulo kono dong.
So you said all the service chiefs were there except Daba Marena.
Iko tanko bunda nyaton kol be benu je ning am manke daba mare nati.
The evidence I receive is all of them were there except for Langtombong Tamba.
Na sedandro men soto jam komando wala nyindi ko tanko bunda nyaton kol be benu je ning am manke langtom bon tamba do donel mod menten je.
It could be.
sekeno
But those on my side whom I was talking to,
rimenu bentela karola nimmenu kadiamul nyoy num
they were all seated on my right.
bulu bebe sirinte bulu ba karola
I could distinctly identify
si be bono nyoto ay selea
IGP,
IGP bije
the CDS.
anin CDS
Could be seated at any other place.
asisino dula do fanantole
And you did not see him.
Yes.
Ray maje.
You did not pay much attention to him.
Warando me hakilo fanan puato.
ah
Would it be abnormal that, at least on the basis of what used to obtain that time, would it be abnormal that the NIA boss would not be there?
Fo mu kulen me alon ko amanke dalina koti nyimben sifa be kering ena ela nyaton ko ma be baliaji.
You should be there.
anyanta tarajele
Maybe depending on the sitting plan,
asikelo si nyalu fanam fero lata nyamin
he may be seated at elsewhere.
asisino dula doto
Those service chiefs
Tanko bunda nyaton ko
are answerable to you,
ibe mo molen me alon ko ye dan ko telema
except Daba Marena
na foni amanke daba mare nati.
And the CDS.
anin
and the
CDS
CDS, yes.
Ni CDS wala sojaro la nyaton
That's
ko.
right. Okay, so who else was present?
Mala fanan be ma be nje ko tanke.
Those are the few I can remember.
dantangol leti ko hakilo si menu mutano
How about dignitaries?
Lundan ko ma dol ko tangol dum.
I saw them seated, but
ngeje siri nede
they were seated at the back.
ulbe sirin komale
How about the dignitaries in front?
The front line were ministers,
nyato men be sirin je wala ministalti
And
Secretary General.
ministers?
Secretaries, then they were called secretaries of
Okay.
Then they were called secretaries.
minister wotu moy ka fayne secretary ka secretaries of palace wala foye membe men kunna yola secretary of this and this ya ike kumandi nu wolela
And
Anin joma.
Well, I cannot remember vividly.
you even forgot the president?
Nyina da hanin
I said he
nyaton.
came in later. Sorry, he came in later.
fala nu ngako anata nu alabantanala
Okay. So, and tell us what happened. What was that festivity about?
Be ngo nying dalo lo munati.
What were they doing?
Be mun ke kanu.
We were celebrating July 22nd.
mbe julay karo tilmu anim fulole jura kan
Quite different from the march past, the parade in the morning.
melning match paso nyim fatata wala msomanda kanto nin tankada do kulalu ikaw matcho menke bayeto anio fatata le
In the evening, we have the cultural troops.
ura role kanyin ada kafolu soto yena ada janjungo laji
That is the dancing and the drumming.
Wala
Dancing,
dongoti anin tantan ko so.
drumming. Yeah, for sure.
wala
Those days, music and dance prevailed in excess.
Jamano la tantan ko so nin dong.
True or false?
Kulet me alon ko.
It's your statement.
Tonyala, wotule la tantanko so ni ndongo asembo warta tonyala.
Okay. So, and then what happened in that evening?
After midnight,
Bring talantan nimfulatambita, wala bring du talatambita.
the IGP came to me,
IGP na tantekang.
kneel down,
Anyo italuma.
and he
Who
told me
was
that
the IGP?
Jumala munu IGP di police wala nyaton ko di watola.
Usman Sonko.
Usman Sonko.
Usman Sonko. Let's try to know who this person is.
Usman Sonko nga kata ngalon jumala nyi mariti.
He was a soldier.
Soja role matinung.
He attained the rank of major.
Tata faketa major ti.
Commissioned, what kind of commission?
This commission need to be regularized because we have 3 categories of commission.
Ala commission makamu o nyanta londilale nung ay saha. Katu nyimukuleti me yalonko ay sartol lesot.
That is
That's
okay.
what we
The
call it.
commission board.
One is called, the first one is regular commission.
That's the
Follow
commission
ka
board.
follow regular commission.
Officers, for officers.
Wala
That is the commission board, right? You go through the board for selection to become a commission, the commission officer.
O ni be kela ota ikata board letter board ila ko jube jani be tombon.
Then the quartermaster.
Then you have the quartermaster commission.
Member no wala quartermaster commission ti.
But in Gambia we had a third one.
No,
Gambia
it's
janga
all over
sabanya
the world.
osotale.
Here we had a political or presidential commission.
It's all over the world.
Obe dunia bele kono de.
Quartermaster commission.
Quartermaster commission.
Sometimes you have people at specific areas.
Modo le kamolo soto menu be dinkira dolu to.
They used to be NCOs, non-commissioned officers.
Ulkake NCO leti lungu ka mene non-commissioned officers. Abmenta nyaton ko lembari mang idundi commission kono folo.
They rise through the ranks
Isi la palaso lu sila fa yesele santo.
till they hit RSM or sergeant major sometimes.
Anu fo ni futata RSM palaso to wala sergeant major tumodolu.
W01 or W02?
Double award.
001
Active on the infantry side, we said RSM or sergeant major.
Men ya lonko ibe sinna sojaro la karola ka folle RSM wala sergeant major.
But any other position, you are called a warrant officer class 1 or class 2.
Bari nim place dole me ka fene warrant officer follow wala warrant officer fulanjang.
I think we have received enough evidence on that in the commission. We understand all that.
Jigita
Some of them
sedan
could be so good at
Dolu
their
bije
specific areas,
beteate la do ko to hanfo ila dinkira dolu kasoto.
upgrade them to second lieutenants.
Ici la place où la faille que lieutenant fulanjang the second lieutenant.
If the person is RSM,
namu RSM woti.
then the commission would be at least to captain. If the person is W02, then the commission should be lieutenant. Correct?
If they were sergeant and they have also capacitized themselves,
Ni be sergeant yalla andu ifanal keta moluti men yela lodula jiko mafa
they still remain in that position,
andu tulrawo place oto.
you can give them quartermaster commission.
Ici quartermaster commission di wala.
Good. Then we come to short service commission.
Dum sila sina sub service commission
But for these quartermaster commissions, they would not go beyond major.
Yes.
Ha. Wala mnyende nyin quartermaster commission e bugata mi major la. Sedo ko ha.
Beyond major.
Ha.
Was that observed in Gambia?
Fo dun ka
My
kele
time, I
Gambia jang.
observed that.
I'm saying during Yaya Jammeh's time, was that observed?
Nko yaya jamela wato fo ka ke wonyale bang.
We have seen quartermaster commission here the other day, Lieutenant Colonel.
Na quartermaster commission o jijanne bari isaja samu amaro e kamari ke lieutenant colonel
It was serious.
ha wode o moku sobe o moku
You have lieutenant colonels, quartermaster commission commanding units.
quartermaster commission o soto le fammenu ka bundalu nyaton kaya
The rule is quartermaster commission should not have command authority.
sarto mu nyinati quartermaster
Am I
commission
correct?
manyanna kango soto na mensi ke nyaton kaya kamati
You people here were just doing what you wanted.
tel molu men dia tali e
True or
wutumal kawke
false?
tonya fo
Coming, true or false? It's false. Sorry, true.
o mutonyalti o mutonyal
I am still coming. We don't finish the commission yet.
man commission lu bam folo
Let's go to the short service commission.
na transport service commission o
Let's get these details out first.
nga nyin ko lu lanya folo bonyoto
The rules were not being respected.
Sartol tamandri bulol nying alme bunya.
You have a lot of quartermaster commissions now that are now general.
Kota master commission jamal beje mialon ko sainteng umul general ol leti.
In fact,
Let me just finish this. Let's treat the Short Service Commission and we do with it.
All right.
Then we can come to yours.
Now,
The Short Service Commission are those professions like lawyers,
Short Service Commission
engineers, despite doctors, despite being called short service.
Menu beko lawyer, doctor, engineer,
the honors goes to the regular commission.
Kata bunda lumen la wole many along be commission lowering oluto.
But even for them, they would not go beyond Lieutenant Colonel.
They can
go beyond Lieutenant Colonel.
Yes, or else they will quit.
Is it Tambi, Lieutenant
They
Colonel?
can become generals.
You can be general, but you will never command.
Is it general oti barite kantiya nola?
Now, for regular commissions, most cases they start at young age, officer cadet, 18 to 22.
Ni regular commission wolu ikada muta wato la ning imari be funding ke yaring kabo sanji tanin sai kaselewe santo.
Others may be allowed up to 25.
Isi dolu bulawo ita hanu fo sanji mo ni lulu soto.
Now let's go back to your question.
Sai ngatela nyinin karot.
So
I'm talking about the Quartermaster Commission commanding.
Quartermaster Commission e kantiu.
Now,
Sai
Usman was a sergeant.
Ati musajin oltinu.
After the 1994 coup,
in 1994 coup d'etat botala,
these were the ones they promoted to second lieutenants.
You will moluti yemenu la palaso la fa ke second lieutenant ika double kuoluto nyame.
For what?
For participating in the coup.
Puru ye imabeta coup d'etat nyin kono nyame ye double aje.
So this was a reward.
Yes.
Amunda nyimuji sinyabur langol.
So that included the landing sanes and others.
Yes.
Munda be kono landing sane anado nyolti.
So what kind of commission would you call that? This is the third limb, the political commissions.
The political commission of an
Yes, those are the political commission.
Well, political commission.
Are they sanctioned by the laws of this country?
Somebody told
They should be sanctioned, but the man at the
Are they allowed by the laws of this country? Are they in the GAFA?
No.
Ani?
So they are unlawful.
Practically.
Alanya la Carola, Luanta Yalo.
And it prevailed in excess. I have had your interview where you said people were promoted for being able to do 50 push-ups.
That is Landing Sane. That was Landing Sane.
No, ngamwele iko ye dolula makamulu lafa hani balabo nyoto feara Carola ke bulumaji ke fang wulindi tubabul kafa me push up ni o talulu ke no sila pala so lafa sedo ko wobele ko Landing Sane nyolu.
In the latter days of Jammeh, Jammeh's rule, I mean to say, there were big, massive promotions of soldiers to very, very high positions in one swoop. Were those regular?
The reason being, large number of the senior officers were retired.
But
I asked this question to General Tamba. In all honesty, do you think that our army is able under its current structure to accommodate lieutenant generals?
Lieutenant General
The 10 years I served as the chief of staff.
Chief of staff.
Pass colonel.
The
last rank in the army was brigadier general. I should have that brigadier general as soon as possible, as long as I'm seated.
Well, this is
not about you. Let's come to the situation
yes.
as
I am
today.
coming. I'm coming. I like to take a look at matters. When I gave my back, all these generals' ranks started emerging. But honestly speaking, sincerely, Lieutenant General is not the right rank for this army.
Lieutenant General Mank Makamuti Memse Law Ning Sojar Bundai.
At my time
even Major General is too high.
Yes.
Major
General. The last rank was Brigadier General. Brigadier General.
At the time of leaving the armed forces, I had only 2,800 men.
You had how many?
2,800. Yes.
That is just under 3 battalions.
Yeah, we're just holding it there.
And you have the ranks.
Yeah, because we need to control the army. You see, the army, one of the conditions for establishing the armed forces was to have an armed forces that will not infringe on the economy.
Na dalilo pour ka sojar bunda londi fang wala nyindi ka sojar bunda soto me yalon ko ila dunote la na tambila na bankola fanko.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You are a massive drain. Is that not true?
Batel nata ke dinka bati menka fengulu kunum fonde.
Ako. By the way, I should be at the defense policy this morning.
I'm saying my
target will be peg that army.
Beg your pardon?
They need to peg the army.
The more the generals, the bigger crisis. You said it, I did not. But
you know, honestly, there was some elements of control. I would have gone to the Jamia and said, look, it's high time you promote me. You cannot keep me as a colonel for 7 years.
Dula sotontan me alonko maralo nyanta sobe yalanu katu watina soto nyanta talnu ngafu ngonko saing alin makamo lafa colonel makamo.
Permanent secretaries have been there for 15 years as permanent secretaries.
Permanent secretary libe membi da fo sanji tanning lulu permanent secretary.
Minister of Defense.
No, I'm saying permanent secretaries have been there for 15 years.
We don't know about them.
So my friend, there may be a limit beyond which you do not go.
Let's come to this. The last 3 months before my discharge, I was promoted to Brigadier General.
That was not regularized, was it?
It was gazetted.
Ya safe kitabo bala menka kibaro lusamba.
Did you wear the rank?
No.
Rank kwenye sakileba.
Hani mama kamo dunde katu yambaile.
That leaves a bitter taste in your mouth.
No. If it's rank, I'm not interested.
You look. If you're a general, you retire with your everything, isn't it? Like a judge.
Yes.
So you retired as a colonel. That yes. you just touched the sky, but they didn't allow you.
No.
I am sorry, Baboucarr.
Okay.
Baboucarr,
I didn't take it as anything.
Retired colonels are usually very bitter.
No.
Yes, because they smell general, but they never taste it.
But mark you, apart from in the military, we said appointment has precedence over rank. Number one. Otherwise, Brigadier General and a Colonel are all brigade commanders.
Yes, but if you are general, you retire with everything. If you are colonel, you go home with gratuity.
No, by my status.
25,000.
No, I said appointment has precedence over rank. Even if a couple is to be the CDS, he retires whatever the general goes with.
Hanatra kuprolu natake CDS. Aninga bedhala wodoe menstafana niole kata.
Do you enjoy the monthly salary of a brigadier general? As you retire?
I know it. I was never paid brigadier general.
In a manjo brigadier general palaso.
Are you still paid your colonel salary?
No.
So you see, there's a big difference.
Regulated. It has been thrown away.
Okay, so now let's go back to the issues. Mr. Jatta, would you agree that the rank structure of the army needs reform?
Mr. Jatta, ebe son nama nyinna ko sojar kundaro ila makamol nyimbe lari nyame nga jarta kuru prumo ya londe ku.
That depends on the commander-in-chief.
That
the question is not who has the authority to do it. The question is whether you, Baboucarr Jatta, former CDS, former Minister of Interior, you believe that the rank structure of the army needs to be reformed.
Baboucarr Jatta ite men nalon ko ina keta sojaro le nyarnon ko re ni ikilimo narana ke banko kono tanko ministati be nyini karo fo ite lata jinnala ko sojar kundaro la makamol be lare nyame fo ajare tala bam pour moya falen ku banka londe ku keba.
If it will not cause any collateral damage, yes.
Natara ate mantora sila dinkra dolto to nyala.
All right, and what would amount to collateral damage in this situation?
We fear taking a person up to a certain level. He sees himself at that level. And next month you tell him take a step back. Inconsistency in decision making.
Well, we should not bother ourselves with that, but I'm sure there is what they call dampai in Wolof, which is also compensation. I am sure that can do magic. But let's move on to July 22nd.
July 22nd, July karo til mondi mfula.
So you saw all these people there and the president came later. Tell us what happened.
Usman came to me, the IGP, Usman Sonko.
Usman Natanya, the IGP.
He told me that they've arrested some people at Bara.
By the
police.
Police ole muta.
I said, so what are you people doing about it?
I
said, I hope these are not migrants.
Who did you say that to?
IGP Usman Sonko.
IGP Usman Sonko ngafole.
Because as usual, that's always the case.
So I
told him that I hope the president is aware with these festivities, we need to inform him. He said, you informed him, go and inform him. So I went down. We got some people, the police are
Who asked who to inform who?
I told the IGP, I hope the president is aware. He said, you can inform him. Before they may think otherwise. I told the president.
So you went to the president?
Yes, I went and kneeled under the president and told him, we have some people, there's some arrest by the police of some. With boats. But from the IGP, some of them are scattered, so they're looking for them.
Did you give him any further information?
He said, okay.
Did you tell him that you believe these people were migrants?
We were waiting for the police to come and report. But unbeknown to me, through the testimony of Usman Jallo here, by the time I was talking to the president, people were almost at the Navy. That was less information.
Yes, but what we want to know is...
That's all. I do not say whether they are migrants and so on. Because the IGP did not tell me that these are migrants when I questioned him. He said they are being arrested. I said, okay. I told him that this could be migrants, and the normal procedure is...
What did he say to that?
He said it could be.
We have received information that Sonko himself also went and kneeled down before the president and gave him a briefing.
nga kibaro so janko sonko ata fanan kita molde me yalan ko awulita sidulato le atata nyoita president ko to ayo kibar kilo nyin faye.
This is why I was telling you that they gave me late information.
Wala ngambe nyim fo kan janko ya kibar tardere ngole dintela ya dukundile.
No wonder when I talked to the president.
Wala ya kendi birindi amuta president we.
He said, okay, I know.
Ako ha ngalon.
I think if we were there, or it could be before that,
ako nimba nyama ngamira asekeno hani janniwo
our line of communication should not be breached.
Na kango nyanta bulala nyono ma imanyana wo kango la silo tinyala.
You are the Minister for Interior.
Tela minister de member banko kono kunyala o watola.
The briefing you received,
ye kibaro men soro.
Did they give you a description of the possessions of these people when they were arrested?
Nyimol me yalan ko ye muta fo kabiri ba sa tele ya fo nama ye muta nyame ba mu fensifa le be bulu ban fo ye fo enamba.
First of all, let me clarify one thing here.
Follow mbarunga kukilin sena yandi jan.
When the IGP talked to me,
during IGP dia matante,
knowing fully well at Bara we have the NDEA,
nganyul lonko Bara na NDEA dokulal bije immigration la molo bije.
I said, hence we can form a team.
Nko ha nsi kafunyolo kenole
trying to apprehend them.
Nsi nyo makoi purka kata kanyilu muta.
But he did not give me any clue as to what happened. But he told me that they had only bags. No, that was immigration the following day.
Bari ate man kuma fonte mensi kolu bondinte bari pour kakumolu fonye menu bebulu ayo fonye woso mole Musambub
called me
wole nkumandi
tell me that
anyum fonye
these are in possession of just bags. I think these traveling bags they have.
Akunyilu nga menu jebulu wole mnyin tamaran sakosolu drone bebulu.
All they have. And I said, you know that these are migrants. He said yes.
Wol drone bebulu nkai woto alialon kunyil mubuda ilalete afonko ha.
While you were at McCarthy Square, July 22nd Square,
McCarthy Square, July 22nd Square,
did you receive any information suggesting that these people were a threat to the security of this country?
Foye kibar soto jeto le bang kaita foye kaita ndila ko nyimol me alon ko ye mudateng nyimumol molle men ya lon ko maslan la lem banko la tanko ni tankada bundaro na banko kanjang.
No.
Honey.
If they were a threat,
natara silan bunda lemu wala silanya lemu ila koti.
Because we have discussed that. They would have been carrying some symbols of unity among themselves.
Some symbols of?
Machineries, as I had on the commission here.
They would
have prepared themselves mentally to fight. They were 44 plus.
67.
Oh, it has gone up now.
Well, that is what it was.
And by virtue of their size, they could have overpowered the station at Bara.
Isi wo police korda wala kanta korda isi yolu nole ni boy tawlu kambara.
But when they went to arrest them, they accepted and they came.
Bari tate muta ibe sontale ye nati
to the stations.
Ye nati station oltoje.
I think that if I were here to fight, at least I would have carried a hidden weapon.
Namira nintana kana kelo kedulato woto jora wonyanta tarla mbulle mbeme mabola mfambala.
And those who went to arrest them were not armed.
Such as
pistols.
Menu beko kidindingulu adum menu tate muta ulu famal nin jora mante kama.
When they asked police, immigration, maybe NDA,
accepted
to follow them.
Mu police leta ning immigration ning NDA do kulalu adu itel tata menu muta ulu sonta kabule no.
They accepted to narrate their ordeal.
In
fact, you are saying that the circumstances of their arrest and the way they and manner they carried themselves eliminates every reasonable possibility to suggest that these were anything other than migrants.
That's what we have analyzed in the
taman sero re mem fabiri taranyinu no kan ila al halo ani ila kalendro ila kalanya be nyame wodro ya itandile ko nyimu model me alon ko manna hani kula ka ku ke jam yalon ko be masna dinna banko ka nyimu tamala kensan on le
ntel fangalo yo crossiro kede.
When did you make these observations?
wata jumala te nyin crossiro ke
The following day when I was talking to him.
Asamo birimediam kambubi.
But at least while you people were all in the VIP section of the July 22nd square, you had no reason to believe that these people were a threat to the security of the state.
wato men nal be julata sakon mo bunya balle ngol la bisid la do dingira nyinto ko alma hani dalila kilin so dalbe lala men ka ko nyimmolu molen me alon ko e silan molen pour banko la tankor ko.
If there was any proof of threat,
Ni atra silandir kubiji.
the IGP, the CDS,
Nin CDS,
maybe with the DGNI,
anin DG member NIA.
they cannot be part of us. They should be busy.
Ol manya na tarlantul kono je wuli nyanta tarla sobe yarin do ko la karolla.
Okay, let's even take it for granted.
Okay.
Yaya Jammeh is a retired colonel of the Gambia Armed Forces, correct?
Langa kota tan Yaya Jammeh mo molde me alon ko ay fonyo sojar kundaro ni makamo men wolem retired colonel.
Correct?
Yes, please.
Walem.
You are also a retired colonel.
And we defana mu retired colonel di sojar kundaro do be fonyo la.
Yes.
And the IGP was also a retired officer of the Gambia Armed Forces.
No sojar fo IGP fana mem police la nyaron ko do waro fana mo molde me alon ko ay do ko ke sojar kundaro ay fonyo.
Correct?
To nya fo fania.
IGP was not retired. I think his service was transferred.
Amma IGP otembo amanke ko ay da do ko la de amunta la do ko ye wole falin ka bokara dola ya saundi kata kara dola.
Let's agree he was a commissioned officer of the Gambia Armed Forces.
Ben kanto ko amu commission do kula di Gambia Armed Forces.
Me commission makamo soto.
Commission makamo soto.
Ha.
There was also Navy Captain Asansar in your midst, correct?
Al kono je fana Navy ba kono sojarol la nyaron ko do fana beje ka me Asansar.
And there was also Durcham, who was commander of the GNG or RNG.
Durcham fana beje me alon ko da fana mu commandal de Republican National Guard.
Correct?
Yes.
Onya.
Ha.
And all of you
Dungal be
have knowledge
ale londo soto
of how to deal with captured enemies.
mol me alon ko al sobitelo ko ni mu jawol le di be mo ko e albe marala nyame albe londo soto wotole.
Correct?
To nya fo fania.
Guys,
We all know that these were not enemies of the state.
Be nga ni lonne ko nyimmol mu molle men alon ko e manke jawolti banko e.
Correct?
To nya
Enemy combatant.
Or enemy combatant.
ka foko njawol lem kelelalu.
But even if we assume the worst scenario,
that
these were enemy combatants, there are laws as to how they should be dealt with. Correct?
Sorry.
Proceed.
Let me rectify this. In every order, operations orders that we gave to soldiers, there's a portion called administrative instructions. We have the acronym called DWAM. One, D stands for dress.
D walam pour dress dum fengo.
E equipment.
E walam jorangolu.
W weapons.
W walam kelerangolu.
A ammunition.
E walam kesolu. Kidi kesolu. R
ration.
Walam ila balurangu.
M medical.
M ila jaral langolu.
P prisoners of war.
P walam ni menu mutakelo kono.
T transport.
T walam ila tamarangolu.
Most tell these soldiers what they have to do.
If they
they breach any one of them,
Ni kanwo kantinyani lukono.
and nothing is done about it,
Adun kumanke ato.
you the commander, you are responsible.
Iteme mwila kunton koti woto adu ko duno belale
That was why, sorry, a minute. That was why
wala ya kendi
you saw Mbalo and others alive.
ye mbalo ni ndolu je ibaluringo.
I would have just finished them. In the
Mbe turuban nal nun dorong.
but no.
Bari hani
Well, the question is whether
Let's
you
go.
were there, but we would come to that.
Okay.
Minawar, ñini ngaro me wala ñini foy benu ngel bari minawar.
Allahu Akbar. But you've talked about the P in the DWAMP. And for these so-called prisoners of war, let's just assume these were enemy combatants. We know that there was no armed conflict in Gambia. We know that there were no gunshots fired in Gambia, except for one by the police. So there is no armed conflict whatsoever. But assuming that these were enemy combatants, right, who are captured and are now prisoners, what does the law say about how these people should be treated?
Silanga misalo ta ning ayatara nyimol mu molle me alonko inata kelol lak jang anu ye muta. Silang luwa e munafo wala kuoto ibe mara ila ko mara la nyamen ka sutiyandi.
Treat them humanely.
nyante mutalale ko nyanta hadamadi mutopoto la nyami.
Give them medical access.
Ye jara ro silo dayele ye.
They should also cooperate by giving you their addresses.
Ndu fanali nyanta sono le ke taradulalu foite mari ye.
Make sure that nothing happens to them.
Ndu nyanta jala ku kana kela.
Nothing happens.
Nune ba okuma ka nune ba.
Wala nyinti ku manyan na kelela.
Should this have been known to Jame?
Ko nyin kol be mu kule me alonko ya
Jamme bota kala.
Bota kala mala ba.
Yes, for sure he knows about it in the army.
Tonya ya lonne sojari la karola ya long.
Obviously this is known to you.
Amunda defana kule me alonko asene ade ma ya.
It was
Mbe nyin karanne sojari abundala.
all of you, all of those service chiefs you listed knew this.
Nyin sojare kunda nyaton kol be yemel be to fajay be nyin tamon burol ya lonne.
Ha.
What happened the next day? No. After a while, during that, when Jame was informed, what happened?
I think this should not be Jame's problem. This should be our problems at the technical level.
Ngamira nyimanya na kala jamela kole ya kote anyanta kala ntolela kuti ni ajube do ko londi nyala karola.
Did he stay after the briefing? Did he stay in the ceremony, in the festivities, or what did he do?
Biriya kala mutane nyun ko nyina ka suti anda don fo anarna sabati dingira bengo nyinto jele bang fo anarna muneke.
In most cases, he will always witness this activity up till early morning.
Jama ninyi nyon ku façon le bekering akasije aya sede ya fo suba ma fangola.
And he would partake in the dancing.
Sometimes he likes to jump in.
And he would demonstrate his...
He's a young man, he has to enjoy himself.
We agree.
We agree.
He left around 1 a.m.
Soon after the briefings.
No, after when I talked to him. But I don't know when did IGP brief him.
Birinta bota dia mulale nende bari bitunte malong IGP dia mutate wato men.
He will leave by around 1 o'clock to allow the invited guests to go home. Transportation is a problem.
Puru yemenu bunya kumandi wol fanal si sai katutu modol mutuko ka kole ale.
At some level we usually use military trucks to lift them to Serekunda.
Modol unka sojar moto baleta ka modol fanglu samba fo Serekunda.
Jame left the place in anger.
Ya Jame bora dingira nyinto abe kamfaring.
But if he had left in anger, maybe we were also at distance.
Mbe jamfarin nyolal natara nin kamfale bote jenunde bari nyawnyandi mbe jamfarin nyolal de.
Did he leave alone?
No, we did entourage.
Ana tanyolu.
Who are the entourage?
The protocol officer was there.
Protocol officer
the security officers.
Anin kantonin tankada bunda nyaton kolo.
How about the service chiefs?
Immediately he left, we all disappeared.
You never wanted to be there. You had to be there just to decorate the place for him.
Also part of the whole thing.
What happened afterwards, as far as you know?
Council, before we get to that, if you don't mind, there is some clarity that we need from the witness on this particular point before we go on. And that is, it seems that the sequencing of individuals speaking to Jammeh is a bit convoluted. Can he, witness, can he tell us, tell the Commission, in very clear terms, what the sequencing of the contacts with Jammeh was in the VIP area? Who was the first to speak? Who was second? Who was third? And what exactly, in your own case, because you may not know what the others said, but what exactly did you say to Yaya Jammeh?
Chairman kama nyininka wala mnyintiko alafta dula kili yesenea dia molu bulata nyono manyami menu dia muta Jammeh baye kono je wolungo sutola jumale folo dia mutaye jumale mfulanjangoti anin sabanjango anin brita kungo dia mutaye fanang yemen faye aninga ye jabi menna anin kolu fonglu kita itenyala yemen sede ya je lafta wo dinkira le senea katu a dinkira lafta duru la domandin ko nimpoto duruta.
This would help us understand what Jammeh knew, when he knew it, and what exactly you as an individual said to him.
Yimbem makoila purunga long Jammeh melong ani mem fotaye anana talo nyadile kolu ketaje nyaming bring atelu ning atelawo nyojo kering kola.
I did not see any other person briefing Jammeh.
Mammo doje mentata kadiamu Jammeh.
Even if there were one,
anna tara misal kama dobije.
Jammeh was at distance from me.
Jammeh be jam farintela le domandinde.
If they had kneeled there to talk to him, I may not hear what he have said.
Ni misal kama itata kanakia balaka nyoi kadiamu antamo ila ikamemfo.
Even if the IGP has to bypass me and talk to the man, I will not know what he has told him.
Annim IGP tambitantela le katadiamu Jammeh ntalo na ikamemfo.
But this is what he told me when he was sitting next to me with Hassan.
Bari atemme fonte brabe sirim balan ning Hassan.
That was when I got up.
Wato lemnte wulita.
I went to the president.
Ntata president ya.
I told him that some foreigners have come in, and we believe this as usual case, this could be migrants. I told him that migrants. I don't want to avoid it.
Mga faenko ha. Nga moy ko luntan do le duntanam banko kan ye mutabari na sobo munyeri ko wuda ilalem.
Mr. Jatta.
Mr. Jatta,
Tell the Commission exactly what you told the President.
For Commission o ite kundingo famfanke yemen for President o nundo President.
Exactly what the IGP told me.
Exactly IGP yemen fonye.
We are arresting some people at Bara.
Mbe molu mutakanne Bara.
Who had come with boats.
Melni ning kulungu nata, ning kulundingulu.
Canoes, not boats.
Yo inin juano le nata, juano lu molu kabula men kulundingulu men labakono.
And these are people we all believe to be migrants.
Adun lata ko nyimolu udai lal lemuiti.
That's exactly what I have communicated.
Ngawo kumakangol lefaye.
The problem I have with what you've just said, Mr. Jatta,
Mr. Jatta,
is that you were asked this question before.
Yes.
And you told the Commission that you did not tell him that they were migrants.
I mentioned it earlier on. But let's take a step further.
Let's not do that just yet. You clearly told the Commission that you did not tell Jammeh at that time that these were migrants. What is the truth?
Okay, I use the word migrant. Okay, then let me just...
just tell us
okay,
the
let
truth.
me come clearly here.
Yes.
I need to confirm that they are migrants in the first place. If there were enemy combatants, I have to tell them that these are enemy combatants. They said they are being arrested, and we did not come to a conclusion. Even the information that they have has not reached me yet. It's a common practice. Most cases we do arrest them from there, block them from entering if they couldn't meet the ECOWAS protocol.
yo adun ni na keta mo façon lun ke mutale nge mabo sako ni aketa moluti menu man ECOWAS la sartolu timmandi.
Did you or did you not tell the president that these were migrants? That's the question.
Honestly, I don't know. Okay.
You have to wait for the interpretation and then you respond. You see, so did you or did you not tell the president that these people were migrants?
What I have at the back of my mind.
Sometimes what you have at the back of your mind may be relevant, but what is more important is what you said and what you did.
Yes.
Did you participate in escorting the president back to State House?
No.
Ani.
How about the service chiefs?
I did not see them leave.
Meje kawulide kata.
The time that the president left.
Wato men president botaje.
By the time he came from those steps.
Wato men abotawo taptepo luto.
Knowing fully well he's going home.
Andu kalon ko abesai kanne.
People started using the other step.
Molu ya damuta kaji tap dolula.
Going home.
Kasai.
End of exercise.
Itun ko banta woleto.
So what happened the next day?
I was on the phone with my DGNI. Immigration.
Ning tamala la do ku bunda nyaton ko le be diam kan telefono to ka fo bunda be immigration.
In fact the NDEA
fango bunda
following the was it a weekend or so.
Asamo fa keta lo ku
It was a Saturday.
The event was on a Saturday.
No, the event was a Saturday. No, the event was a Friday and the next day was Saturday.
By Monday.
Let's not talk about Monday. Let's talk about the next day.
It was only on the phone we talked.
With who?
I talked with my DG. Immigration. And he confirmed that these are migrants.
And I tonya yandi konyil mubuda ilaleti tamala.
Party of their status.
Ibe tembeda mento ibe taranya alihalo mento.
How did he know that?
Yes, his men there.
Ala molle bije.
At every station.
This korda police
dinkra. An immigration officer.
Immigration do kula bije.
Police officer.
Police bije.
And so they accommodate one another.
NDA bije andu kanyo kundile.
Okay, if these people were considered migrants, which branch of the security forces should have responsibility over them?
That's the immigration department.
And that department was answerable to you, correct?
Yes.
And what were they to do?
They are supposed to process them.
If
some of them are sick, they should be given treatment. The next moment is we send them back.
And whose responsibility was it to ensure that this was done?
The immigration department.
And who had supervisory authority over them?
Immigration department. The DGNIA.
DG member NIA.
DGNIA had...
Immigration.
DG Immigration.
And who had supervisory authority over the DG Immigration?
Immigration. That's me.
Did you do your job?
After this discussion.
Did you do your job?
They have to leave. It's an SOP.
No,
we don't have to inform one another.
Mbub would testify. Be careful what you say.
Yes, for sure. If we don't meet the ECOWAS protocol,
Nima ECOWAS la sartolu timandi. Kana so yedum.
Mr. Jatta, are you talking about your knowledge of the process, or are you telling us exactly what you have done?
Mr. Jatta, ebi diam kam mole londo remen soro ko nyi tamata nyame bam fo yeme ibe tama mem fo kam mole nyi dete menke ba.
You see, we are not talking about what ought to have happened. We have asked you what you have done.
Yes.
Did you do your job?
Yes. After when we found out,
Birin tata lonko.
they were handed over to the NIA.
Birin tata lo tumole ye chika ye di NIA wala.
When I called Marina,
hold a second. Hold a second.
So demanding.
At what stage did you hand them over to NIA?
At Bara, they bulldozed us.
They what?
The NIA came and bulldozed us and they took charge.
Bara mbeje tumome na NIA nata ye sembo tamandin kan ye koluta ifaye.
How do you know that?
It has appeared even in testimony.
Don't talk about the testimony. Tell us about what happened at the time.
Yes, before the testimony, we learned that the NIA were there.
And?
They are taking charge.
When did you know
that?
I think on a Monday.
So when did you give directions to Mr. Mbub?
I told Mr. Mbub that the usual SOP. Requirement, let them leave.
Ning ECOWAS la sartolu mantima ya ebula ye sayindi botanan damen ko adalta kala nyame.
When did you tell Mr. Mbub?
I can't remember, but we discussed it. I think we also discussed it in the office.
You said the next day, being Saturday, you discussed with Mr. Mbub on the phone. What did you discuss?
We were discussing how far they have gone with the arrest, with the process.
And what did he tell you?
He said, well, we have the list of names. And so on. And that, we are forming the police, IG. I told the IG, now that these people are formed.
You see, Baboucarr, let's stop jumping from person to person to person to person. Let's have an orderly conversation. Let's talk about A. When we finish, then we move on to B. Don't jump.
To the DG, if they don't meet the ECOWAS requirements, let them leave.
DG ngamem fay ning ECOWAS la sartidalu mantima nyin tamala la karola ye bojang ye say ye murundi.
You said he told you there was a list.
And I got the list. It came from the NDEA.
And where is the list?
In the office.
Whose office?
Of Jumal office. At the ministry.
Okay. Can we?
A list of 36 personnel. Can't remember fully.
Personnel you talked about?
Yes. So
what kind of personnel are you talking about?
Those who were apprehended.
You call them personnel?
Personnels.
Huh?
Yes, by our security terms, we call them personnels.
You call them personnel?
Migrants, or you want me to call them migrants?
Maybe persons, but not personnel.
For we use personnel a lot.
Because
personnel means a group of people.
Personnel suggests that they are under the employee. They're under the employment of. If you say your personnel, it means they work for you.
Thank you for that. Okay.
You said there was a list. Okay, Mr. Chair, perhaps we should order that he be given access to assist the Interior Ministry to search the office of the minister to see whether
Yes.
there is a list. So the order is that the Ministry of Interior should give Mr. Baboucarr Jatta access to the office of the minister and the archives of the Ministry of Interior to search for this document. So you would go with the investigators later.
Look,
Yes,
it's just
Council, you may proceed accordingly.
Thank you.
This was so many years ago.
Yes, we understand.
I will come and I'll assist.
Yes.
But let me have somebody from your end.
Of course, you would have that.
When he's ready, give me a call.
The order has been made. From here, you would speak to the investigators and then you proceed accordingly. All right. So, who gave you the list?
Then
Then the chief executive, NDEA, Bunsane.
Mem kunton ko te NDEA wo tembola e ka fa e bunsane.
He was the first person
Telo mo foloti.
earlier on,
Jona
the DG.
mem DG tinu.
I got the list.
Nga kayto
I
soto.
told the DG I've got the list. It's okay.
Nga fa
Now,
DJ ko nga kayto lu soto na tembetale.
But as at this time,
fo watola
you are now talking about Monday, correct?
ebe diam kan tanel lungol la fo
like Monday, yes.
But early that morning, something terrible had already happened.
bari wo tanel lungo somanda juno la ku jew ba katangol me yalan ko wala keta
Early that morning,
Olumu dahalungol ti.
there's anything.
Did
if
you
there
hear
was
about
anything-
dead bodies?
way fure wala ko
it
moy la
was
ba
later
Wo kola
at Ghana Town.
Ghana Town.
It was during the week.
Omu lokun kono leti.
During the week, yes.
Lokun kono ha.
It was not the following day.
Amanka sa moti de.
Did you go to Ghana Town?
in ifango kunno ina
I
nata
went
Ghana
to
town
Ghana
da
Town.
Se akan mamoy
But we received information that you passed Ghana Town
Akibar-
and you
Not even
stopped.
past-
kibaro so do ko itambita Ghana town andu
I
ilota
am from Tujaren.
mbata tujerenne.
Did you stop there at Ghana
stop.
Town?
ilota jele bang Ghana town bang
But of course, Mr. Jatta, to get to Tujereng, you have to pass by Tanjebad Reserve.
bari Mr Jatta ni bita tu jeron fo isi tambi tanjela o kunu dinkira malayandi dinkira nyintola
Should something happen of that nature,
In kuketa
am I the
membe
first
ko.
person there?
No.
I should not be the first person
Mr.
there.
Jatta,
Temanya na
you
kala mo
don't
fulo
ask
ti
me
je.
questions.
Jatta,
I
I'm
ask
trying
the
to I'm trying to
questions.
make the fact to tell you that I was just not there.
Mbe men fo kan
I
wala
cannot do the
nyindinte
job of
mantara
the
je.
IGP.
Tete IGP la
in
do
the
ko kala.
forefront.
Katara ko lu nyaatu.
Whatever
Mr.
happens-
Jatta,
yes.
you are Inspector General of Police.
ina keta police la nyato
On the political side.
Political la karol.
On the technical side is the IGP.
Well, you
You
will
call
have to
Carola
explain
IGP
that
lady.
later. Okay? But you are Inspector, you are Minister of Interior.
jele minister me marli bango kono kono kunyala
Ya.
People have been massacred in the country.
mul fata nyim banku ganjang
3 kilometers away from your residence.
me yalan ko manta ke meter sabala ka boyla dinkira do be sabati
Not meter saba, the kilometers.
kilometer
Kilometer
saba
saba.
Apart from November 11,
ninga bora november karo 2011 sankon
there has never been any single instance in this country where more people were killed than on the 23rd of July 2005.
wati nana mansura jankora ka damento yalan ko ba fula mo jamal fata je ning abota july karo til morning fulola 2005 sankon
You want to tell me you did not go there?
ilafta ka fonye ko ita mantaje bang
No.
Did you go in spirit or in any other form?
Yeah, that's
Tata
what I'm
je
going to tell
nyadile.
you.
Did you go there?
The
Tata jela
IGP
bang
who called me to inform me of this.
IGP le call nkumande ayafonye.
Did you go to the scene?
I did not go to the scene.
Mantaje.
Why?
mane ya usabu mandaje
Somebody has to do that job.
Odo
And a
ko
senior
dole
officer
nyanta
for that
kala.
matter.
Mole nyanta kala walanna.
The worst crime that has happened in this country since 1994? You, Minister of Interior, you feel too big to go there?
nyinkuja bakaro me yalango akata bango ka nyangabru
Yes, I
1994
should
Nga ila moy do manding ni onte kanna soro te kenola.
nyinkuja sifa yake ite me yalango ite le minister me marta bango kono kono kunyala nyinkuja sifa yake ima ye fan wara ka futa wodo ka je ifaye.
No, we have somebody to do that.
Nga mole soto menyanta okela.
Mr. Jatta, you would agree we have somebody who would pick up the bodies. We have somebody who would put them in the van. We have somebody who would drive the van to the mortuary.
Yes.
Minister Jatta be sonna manyina ko mole be sotla me yalango wala be nyim furol sikal ke bulandi moto kono mole be sotla me yalango wala be moto boron la kay sam furol samba fure bungoto.
We understand that in this instance it would not be the job of the president to go there instantly.
Nga faham la ko nyin tembe nda ta kila president wala do ko de pour kata nyin dingira nyin ko tariyarinke.
But the Minister for Interior?
But Minister me yalango atala marta banko ko.
Well, we tell you it's your job.
Ndolba fule ko itala do ko lam.
Visit the site.
Yes.
I did not visit the site.
Burka dinkira kumpobo
IGP was
tonya
there.
mantaje IGP
We have received information that yes, the IGP went there.
Kibaro soro jango police la nyaton ko de wotata jele.
But you also went there. You stopped
Bari ite fanan tata jele wato bitaka.
vehicle,
Ila moto ila
the
yalondi.
Tanje Bird Reserve, and then you spoke to the officers who were there.
Itanjela kunu malayandi dingira nyinto ilo raje yela moto londe je idia muta tanko bunda mole menu be lori nje menu be je.
Pa Ahmad Jallo testified, and he said Baboucarr Jatta.
Ahmad Jallo e sedan diro di jang ando ay tele tofo ako Baboucarr Jatta.
Baboucarr Jatta, in Minister of Interior, passed and he stopped.
Baboucarr Jatta
and we spoke and then he left.
Minister me marta banko kono kono kunya la nata lota je ndiamuta
If he
atata.
says so,
Ninga yofo.
nayo fo.
okay, it could be. But I can't remember.
Bari hakilo le mamuta.
I should not be there.
Manya na tarlaji.
Or else I am doing the job of the IGP.
Ni onte woto ndebe IGP la do ko le keka.
IGP's job is go and do this, go and do that, be at this place. He
IGP
called
la
me,
do ko munyene tajana
said that they
tajana
have
tajana.
identified some dead bodies.
When did he call you?
Wati jumala ay kuma de nying IGP police la nyarongo.
Immediately those bodies were found.
Biri yo frewlu
Can't remember
jendro.
the date and so on the month. Although
Ntalungu hakilo malungu mutanwa ni
It's the following morning.
Osamo somandale.
was it the following morning?
Osa mo somandale mba.
The morning after the jamboree.
Somanda fano keda waro mendale nyi bengo janjungu
I know
ke.
that I was informed by the IGP.
But Mr. Jatta, here you are.
Mr. Jatta silang ifele jang.
Your IGP has informed you during the night of the celebration that some people have been apprehended.
Lungo men na nyim janjungo be kere in July 10 seconds ko o suto la ay kalam da ko molle sota mi alan ko ye mutale.
They came by boat.
Inin kulungol nata.
Some are at large, they are looking for them.
Dolu kanatale bari be nyinin kanne.
And the following morning,
Osamo somandala
what did you hear?
ite yemuna moy.
I know that prior to my departure to the tour on Monday.
Let's not talk about that.
I'm coming.
Mr.
I know
Jatta,
that the IGP
Mr.
has
Jatta,
informed me.
Mr. Jatta, let's
Jatta.
exercise discipline.
Okay.
If we're talking about A, please don't go to Z.
All right.
Okay, let's just talk about the issue.
Diam ko nying fangola don call follow.
The next morning, what were you informed?
Osamo somandala ye kala
What were
mutandi
you
munela.
told?
Ye muna foye.
By the IGP.
IGP police la nyaton ko ye muna foye.
He told me that they have found some dead bodies at Ghana Town. Was it 6?
Ay
I
nyum
can't
fanyan
remember
ko
how many.
yo frewlu le tombo ngana tam. Malum fo woro hakilo mamuta jelle mude.
So we discussed that I say
Ngo kacha
we need to evacuate these bodies,
Go-
inform health.
nga nying frewlu nyante bondi la jele kak jata kende abunda kalama.
They know how to process these dead bodies.
Itelle alo nyanta nyum frewlu kala nyame.
But you help them.
Ite ma koy
Escort them.
pour que samba ke dandal
If there's any other documents related to them,
nin kayti soton ta membe
they
nyilla
send
ko.
some an expert to be there. He told me that he himself will be going there.
Al sata mande a nyanta kala silo men bara ko ata fanga bita jele.
Did you ask about those who were arrested the night before?
Oye nyinin karo kele mennu muta o suto la lungo suto la janni oba.
But that same night, we got to know that they were handed over to the NIA.
Aro suto kilimo mbota kala mako ye chikale na ta di NIA wala.
When did you know that?
te ona tele kala mutaro wadi
Early
juma
morning.
So manda juno.
Who told you that?
jumale o
Did you
fo
know that the early morning or you knew that on Monday?
yo long somanda juno labang fo
This is
soman tenemo
this is
nyine
what I'm
ya
trying to recover. Let's assume that. No, that was the following day morning that it was they are handed over to the NIA.
Ko ke lungo so moleti ko ka foko ye di NIA wala.
Okay. You have apprehended all these people. According to your belief, they were handed over to NIA.
le nyimol be muta ko itala londo da ilata men wala nyindi ko inata ne ta ye di NIA wala
And then you hear
andu inata na moy
that same time that some dead bodies were discovered.
o wati kilingo la inata ne kala mudane ko e fure do lelje Ghana town
Ghana town.
Did you have reason to worry?
foye dalila soto bembe jahalin la ko to ba
I called the DG. Yes, I was very worried.
Ha kitanye de
Why
ngoleti
were
de.
you worried?
mena sabu ako e jahal wa e dew
This should not happen in this country.
Amanya na kala nyimbankun kan.
Did you at that stage? Why? People die everywhere.
I do know.
Kafale loud la
So why did you say that this should not happen in this
was on a large
country?
scale.
mena sabu ko wala sa nying sifa manya na kel banko ba
People die,
Katu
Mr.
molle
Jatta.
fata menu siata.
But look at the way they were packed.
Rajube ye kafunyo manyami.
That will show that something terribly wrong has happened here.
Wala baitandile la koma sibo le keta.
There I called the DG.
Tembole mga DG kili.
Which DG?
DJ Juma
NIA.
Who was he?
telam Juma din
Marina.
Dava marina.
And then?
kola
Said, I learned that this investigation is in your hands.
Nyim moy de ko nyin kisikisiro betele bulo
So
kono.
yes, we are trying to verify some information. I say, what kind of?
Ko ha mba katakanne ka kibaro dolu to nyayandi. Ka kibar juma.
Okay.
And then he said what?
nana mum foye
I will talk to you later.
Mbe diamule nyatonto.
I informed them of these dead bodies at Ghana town.
Nganyim furewulu fanan la kumo foye ikoy menu je Ghana town.
He said he was aware of it.
Ka bota kala male.
But he told me that
Bara nyim fanan fonye ko.
we had just a short session with them.
No wati sutul ne
migrants.
ken nyilu nyim wuda ilalu.
People. And that we will release them. I said, but how
And then
come
what?
Ibe bulalale.
we will release them? I said, release them to who?
Nkaya albe bulala ke di jumala.
Are these imagined conversations or actual conversations?
nyim
So
mum
actual
miral
conversation.
kachale ti bang fo kachale mi alan ko asor tele fam fanke ba
I said, but I think we should form.
But did Daba give you the
Ka-
impression that these people were under the custody of the NIA?
fo daba e nyim bambandela ko nyim molu mu molle mi alan ko be enay la maroko tele ba
His men picked them up at Bara.
Akala molle yinyilu mutabara.
But who had responsibility over the police during that time?
o wato la jumal be marlin num police
I have
wala
the
o wato la
responsibility.
Do you answer now?
jabiro di
I have the responsibility
Over
Do
the
ko
police.
bentele
over
kan.
the police. And
Over
that was
police.
our job.
Aduna do ko lem.
But did you realize that these men were in fact under the custody of the police
re nyin kala mutana ko nyim mol fam keta molle mi alan ko be police wala la maroko to
during this time?
nyi o wato la
I was not informed.
man kala mutandi wala
I was with the
So
impression.
the worry I have with what you have just said is why would Daba Marena tell you or give you the suggestion that they have custody over the men when he knew fully well that the men were in fact under your custody?
sa mi ende jahal ja wala mi do mun na daba mare na ba fule ko ayin kala mutala ko nyim mol be tolle la maro e tol ena elo anno anyi lon awra anyi lon ko nyim mol bal tol police le la marola amandre tol la marola
He was getting the orders from the president.
Ngamera be kamal le no makam meno bra president wala karol.
Because
You are answering a different question.
be jabiro la diga mi alon ko e farata
We are not talking about where his orders were coming from.
man nyinin karo nyinin ka fu ko ay kan soto jumal min tolto
The issue is,
ko menti wala minti
why would Daba Marena give you the impression
mun ya sabu daba mare na be nyin jabiro dilela
that he had custody
ko ay nyim mol
of these people
nyim mol be la tolle la maroko to
when he knew fully well that those people were in fact under your custody?
waya tara seneyata male ko nyim mol bal tol police le la maroko to
because at the point of arrest and transportation, they were in charge.
Bato men inyante mutala aninke samba yoron na ke samba dulalto abetelle la karola utumo.
We were not happy with it.
ndelu man sewo akuwala de
Because for the first time, the NIA is getting involved in migration matters.
katu ñinum sinya fulote ena ewlu dabulata wuday kulla
Baboucarr,
koto
again, you are answering a different question.
Baboucarr haninga bi kotenge ibe jabirol diga mi alon ko faratale
There is nothing to simplify in this question. You said that the migrants were under the possession, under the control of the NIA.
itela ko ni
They had custody
IGP
over
told me
them.
about it.
wuday laade
IGP
be
le
na ella ko marole ko
IGP la yafonyi
But the reality is these people were taken to various police stations
bari
and
tonya
kept
men
there.
tonya men dole nyindi ko nyimol yesamba ye talan na yesamba police station oldo
Do the NIA have places to keep all these men?
fo ena ewle palaso soto ne be ñilu be kala labe
Yes, yes, they did.
ha ya sotale
Yes.
ha ya sotale
But they did not do it.
The NIA headquarters is bigger than even the police headquarters in Banjul.
ena ella korda ba
Detention
banjula kala warta
facilities. How
police
about
la korda
detention
ba di banjul
facilities?
They had the prison. They had mile 2.
ye kaso sotale kasa bunda mile 2
Oh, then we should have gone to mile 2, see.
We
Oto
are
ñanta
not,
tala
we
no
can
mile
go to
tule
mile 2. Mile 2 is
we
back.
are not talking about
But that
what
they were handed over to the police.
bari ye di police wolle la
So the worry I have with your evidence is why would they tell you that we have them when they know that you have them?
en jahali dak sede andi rolam nyindi ko mone asabu ba fala ko di ba tolle bulwarre
Implication
be
of
tolle
that
bulwarre alon ko ba tolle bul
Did Daba Marena actually tell you that, or you imagined he told you?
daba mare na fayo
Tell
fo
me
ende
that
ban
we
fo
had
de
a
fangol
short
ba
time
fo kan
relationship.
rong
Okay.
fo daba mare na yo fo ende ban fo de fangol ron be la kunna miro di kamba
Did you imagine he told you?
yo mira le ko daba mare na yo fo ende ba
Yes, it was, they were in their hand, but by the early morning, he told
Did
me
you
that,
say yes?
abang yo wala
I
ko
just
bang
said, he told me that we did not have much time with these people.
ay ñina fa ñen ko ma wati jan soto ni ñimmolu
You see, your testimony is changing again.
sede andi ro nyimbe falin kan ne ko tanke
You said he told you that we would release them.
ko akoy ko be bulala
We did not have much time with these people.
ko ma mati jan soto ni ñimmolu
You said he told you
Ko
that
akoy
there
ko.
is something that we are looking for,
be kule nyinin kan
but we would release them.
bar be bulala
That has now changed to we did not have much time with these people, we have released them. The two are completely opposite.
Well, depending on the way we framed it. Already we know that in the first place they were in with the NIA.
folo folo ntel ngalo wotumo ko inin ena ewle be ñobul
I know that on that night,
ngawlo ngo
there was
suto
an NIA boy at Bara
ena ela mo be num bara
took custody of this man and was facilitated by the Navy.
andu ñil itele marta ñim molla andu wo fanan na
Yeah, but
bakono
they took them
sojaro
to-
le
I
ya
don't
sono
know.
yandi
So if that is the case,
li nga keta wala
we
ñam
distance ourselves.
ndel ngam fanjam fandi jela woto
Now I have the guts to call the DG.
ari bitun nga ñin jisu be
See how
soto ka
does he
diji
address
call
nobody?
But Baboucarr, don't speak over the interpreter.
ah silanda be kole yala
Okay, sometimes I got carried by emotions. Sorry for that.
And you answer on the basis of your emotion, how you feel. Correct?
Yeah.
Well, we want you to tell us the truth and not your emotion.
Okay, let's take it from here.
dafta to nyala
Now let me come back
fi
again.
dia munye jisola
Let me come back again.
bat ngana ngase ya kan ko teke
They were picked up by the NIA,
ena ewle ta
facilitated by the Navy.
bitun na bakono sojaro wole ima koy
They went with
Did
the
you
NIA.
go to the Navy headquarters?
dala sojari ba kono sojaro la korda ba to le ba
In fact, this IG never tell me that he was at the Navy headquarters.
fang ayji nene ma fonten ko ate be su bakono sojaro la kordato
They were picked up by the Navy.
bakono sojaro le muda
Sorry, yes. From there, they were handled by the NIA.
rabo tawto ena ewle bulole kan
But that is not true.
Now, from your testimony,
But
from your
Kabata
testimony no, sorry, of one of the NIA guy,
ena ewle mo killing
I learned that they were using our facilities.
ngani moy ko ibe nte muna fankan to lela jorangolula na
But the
dinkira
IGP did not tell me
bari IGP mo fonye de
that they were using our facilities.
ko ibe muna fankan na dinkira ni jorangol lela
In the morning, when
Samantha.
you heard about these dead bodies,
riye nyim furo la ko moy
did you inquire who these people were
Foi
and
nyini-
where they came from?
ni ngaro ke la jumal la nyim moldi andu ibora min dole
By Monday, We had a short meeting
Ka ben sutun soto.
at my office.
Na office oto.
With who?
The IGP was there.
IGP
IGP was
was
there, in fact, on other service chiefs.
Ani nyato nga kotangolu.
We had the impression,
Nga nyine mira nunko.
could this be the work of traffickers, number one?
Ase kenyi mo yorona la koti ba follow.
You mean
But on the
killings?
other hand,
Ore ase kay nyado fana mako.
we are very worried about the presence of those people,
The presence of?
those Ghanaians under our custody. When I say custody, with the security.
Mu ganankolu meni be mutoko no ntelu menu mukanto do ko bundala moluti ila koye ndewu.
Do you know that the state guards were present at the Navy?
ya ne ko tanko bunda mol me alon ko be man sala korda waldo be maberu ni suba ko no sojaro la dingira to ba
I was never informed.
Did
Ina na makibaro fonye.
Did you know that these migrants were even beaten at the Navy?
ye ni lon ne ko ni tamalal fa wol ketam molde me alon ko ye lipa bagele e ba ko no sojaro la dingira to
I had over the testimony of one of the.
Just answer the question.
No.
ni ngaro
You did
jabi
not.
imamoy
Hani mamoy fonga moy sede yaro menu to de.
Did they tell you that these people were distributed to various facilities under police command?
foy ni fo ne ko ye ni mol tale ye janjandi police la dingira jamal to yam police la kan ko ba
The IGP did not tell me.
IGP ma fonye.
But on Monday, you had meetings in your office,
bare o tanan lungola alnar na meeting o soro ila office ko no le
correct?
wonya
Ha.
And you said you were worried about the remaining migrants.
ndi ko ni tamala ko tawol men tutaje ila ko ye jahal
That's what you said, right?
yo la fofo
But I was informed by the
No,
IGP.
no, answer the question.
ni karo jabi ro
You said
Yes.
during that meeting you were worried about the remaining migrants.
ko ni meeting la wato ni tamala ko tawol men tutaje ila ko ye dewle
Why?
mune o sabu
Because imagine a large number of people were arrested for
Kada
trying
amira.
to penetrate this country.
Mo jamalu mutameni alonko ibia katapur kadu nyimbanko kan.
They got arrested,
Ye muta.
and we believe they say some others are on the run.
Adulla tala ko dolu kanatale be yemandi.
So if they had to arrest them at a wrong place, they may corner them also. Who?
Ni ko ebite mutala andu tate itre dulato ye dendendi.
But was that the reason why you were worried for them?
Yes, I was really worried.
Ayenda unne de.
Sometimes I
Was
just
that the reason why you were worried for them?
yes.
That's not the case, Mr. Jack.
I should be worried only for the purpose of those people, because yet still we don't identify nationality they belong to.
Ato tembo follow malong bota banku jumale to mun sille muiti.
And that was your worry? Wasn't it your worry that these people are safe? In view of the fact that you have just discovered 8 dead bodies?
Yes, 8, huh?
Mo say.
Yeah, I was really worried that something must have been going wrong.
Ayende unne katunga nyimira ko kube tamaka memma nyinya.
Were you worried as to their safety?
For the detainees?
Yes.
I was not worried then. I was not worried because I felt they must be in safe hands.
Did you in fact inquire as to where they were?
At Baba Job's compound.
The question is, did you inquire as to where they were?
Where the detainees were?
Yes.
IGP told me.
What did he say?
He said the NIA kept them at the Baba Job's compound.
Did he tell you that the majority of them were in fact in police stations?
No, he did not tell me that. It was later. We reached there.
So what happened after that? After your meeting on Monday?
We started our tour of the provinces. familiarization tour.
Ngan tamantama damuta kata santol to menketa jeri tamantama oti kata kolu jube.
And did the IGP go with you?
Yes.
Oh, police la nyaron ko ni tata o silo la ba.
So here you are, the worst crime
Sila ifele jang ku jawo men jawyata beti.
in the country post November 11 has just happened.
Mbangu nganja November 11 o ketala dron.
And you all upped and left? No investigations?
Albe wuli dal tata la tama silo la man kisikisir bunda wulinda ko.
We will come to that later.
Binale je nyaton.
Let's come to that now.
Aninga na or sai.
At that point in time,
Yes.
we
Otembo
went on
ba
a familiarization tour.
ngan tamantama damuta.
Prior to that,
But
we met
Janu-
all the stations within the Greater Banjul area.
Nyanda
You
fulala
visited all of them?
Within the Greater Banjul area, yes.
du kordalo
Because we
iklanta
used some time
Did
to
you go to Kairaba station?
Altara Kairaba
went to
police
Kairaba
station
station
kumbabaro.
before the crime.
ndata kairaba police station to janni nyin ko bekela.
When did you go there?
Wari jumal altara
Four.
Kairaba police.
Jannenga bekela.
When did you go there?
Altara je
I can't
Kairaba
remember the
police.
date. There was a schedule in the ministry.
Ntalu mutano labari na tamada na tamanya kaito be ministry bunda.
So where did you go in the greater Banjul area?
Banjul la indandal na dungiral to
Banjul
altara
itself, the
min
station,
dole.
we have visited the stations at Banjul.
Tumo nga dinkiralu kumpa bo
When?
men be banjul.
Wari juma.
AMC.
When?
Wari
It
juma.
was before the celebration.
Omu janni juraro e damuta.
Just to make things fast.
Purka kolo tariande.
We may decide to go to 2 or 3 stations in a day, jump some days. It's not
Sa
coming
muta-
on every day.
Lunata station full of
When we are
sabato.
finished with the Greater Banjul
But
area.
did you make sure that there was an investigation? You are the IGP. Sorry, you are the Minister of Interior.
Oye kata ko fero landi le ban kaje ko kisikisiro e wuli nyin ko do. Kawrite la mun minister men marra banko
This terrible thing has happened in the country.
nyin ku jaw baraba sifa keta nyin banku kanja.
It's your responsibility to investigate these killings.
Amoy kal lon kun do dunol de pour kaje ko je kisik nyin ko e kisikisi.
But if we were sidelined, how can I investigate?
Bari ni entelu jenkendi karala. Mba ko tamandila no nyadile.
Who sidelined you?
Male jenken
The
di kara.
process, the
According
DNI
to
was
Sambanya.
investigating.
Mbe ko men kisikisika.
This would be we leading the investigation.
Ntelle nyanta tambila nyato kisikisiro la karola.
But when I talked to the DG,
Brindi amata DJ.
he
Which
said that
DG?
Daba Marena, they
Daba
were
Marena.
investigating something.
Daba
That's just
Marena.
on them. That's what I said. We cannot investigate that. They were given the prerogative. I said, how?
No.
But how comes?
You are mixing two things. Mr.
Kuvulal
Jatta.
jakasika misajada.
You are mixing the situation of the migrants under custody
Be ku men jakasika folo wala alku alhalo be lare nyame nyi muta mol la karola.
and the dead bodies found near Ghana town.
Ani nyi furol men yalon ko ye wollel je Ghana town dala.
You have told us already that Daba Marena told you that they are investigating about those apprehended and they would release them later.
Ye nyi fonya ko iko daba bare na ko nyi mol muta mol de be kula kisikisiki la ko do bari be bulala la nyar do mande.
The question I now ask about is these dead bodies. Did
Meaning-
you ensure that it was investigated?
Nyinin karo men de sayen kamen nyinin ka wala nyinde nyim furol la ko do fo ya kata ko ferol landi la ban kaje ko ila ko ya kisikisi.
Prior to our departure,
Janimbe butamo
I
damuta.
told the IGP,
Ngafo IGP yeng.
your investigation team to Ghana town,
Ila kisikisir la luki Ghana town.
not only to investigate there, we need to pacify the Ghanaian community there. They must be traumatized.
Ana manke kisikisiro damanti bari Ghana town Ghana ko lebije alisakata ke isondomolu tenkundi.
Katun Ghana ko le beje.
So he was to send an investigator to the site because this has nothing to do with the detention of those people as we show the thing.
But
Wa botumo lenga nyante tala kisikisir la luki la Ghana town
He said he has
alumu muta
assigned
bola
an
nite kilindi.
investigator.
Akaya kisikisir la luki le.
Mr. Jatta, isn't it or wasn't it the case
Nyina make
that there
pola
was
nyati.
no inclination on the part of the government to investigate this matter?
Mansa kundala karola mangani sula o sula sora nyim ko do pour ka ko nyinta ka kisikisi.
The mere fact that things did not go in the right way,
Kaje ko nyin ko fanga mantara takang anyama.
it could be.
Asikeno.
Let me start it from the because I don't stand as an evidence to say this. I had this from Mr. X to say that do not investigate this.
Kadu manyi moy ka moy mola ko ha nyin ko aman kisikisi wala kisikisi tale.
The procedures were broken.
Kadu akolu tamanya fang yolle folotinya.
Okay, let me ask you from your part.
Yeah.
Aro nyinin ka itela karola.
Did you ensure that the IGP investigate the matter?
Ite kata ko fere ban kaje ko police la nyaton ko silo landi pour kaje ko nyum ko nyi ya kisi ba.
For those at the Ghana town.
Yes.
Rumenu be Ghana town bang.
Pardon?
I instructed him to investigate.
Na kango di IGP le prior kisi.
And did he investigate?
Fire ko nyi
I
kisi
think
ba.
so, because we left that Monday.
Na mira de katu otena ngolon tel wulla ngatamo damuda.
Did you receive a report
A report also la ko nyi to la ba.
about the investigation?
Kisi ro nyi lata nyame ba.
When I told the IGP,
Did you
I'm
receive-
coming. You see, I like to take some distance to make better.
Did you receive a report?
A
It is
report
There
also
was
the
never
bank.
a report. There was some staggering information coming from the IGP.
Kumolu bina kan
Once
kabo
again, I
IGP
started
la
getting
kan.
very suspicious of he himself.
Katu biring aya kolu dati wo nyama nte fawna ta sobi ate fangolela.
That I will never get the correct information.
Onte kibar senum soton no la nyinto.
After the tour, when we came back, it was a 3 to 4 days tour.
Birin tata taman tamawla tilisa batil nani taman tamawla birin seitanang.
When we came back,
Birin nata
we told him that go and look after some of these problems.
nkaita nyin kole ya kolu dolu jube.
Let's have our independent investigation and we see what we can do.
Na kisikisiro ke mfanna kisikisiro nga jube nyanta menkela.
It never happened.
Anene manke.
We pressurized him.
Nga dewundi nga
Pressurized
detendi.
him.
But how did you pressurize him?
Sa ite adete nyaadi la pour ay
Constantly
kisi
reminding him.
Nkontinetele ka hakilo bulandi doron.
Did you write to him and inform him that he was
He is
investigating?
part of my
Ye
council.
fe ya
Hani,
safaro
hani, hani.
safaro ki ya inne ba.
Abenna do kulalle kono.
He is part of my council. He's seeing me. He can see me anytime, any moment.
Asenjeno wati o wati tuma wotuma.
Did you send?
crime has been
Did you
committed.
send a letter asking for a report?
E leader ro ki ya inne ba kanindro ke report wala ba.
No.
Hani
Did you go to Yaya Jammeh and inform him that you have instructed the IGP to investigate the matter and he wasn't investigating it?
Sa en foi dara ya jamme ala banka faye ko ye kango di police la nyaton ko la pour ay ko nyin kisi bara ma ko kisi.
Answer now.
Jabiro di
No.
hani
So you just kept quiet.
mo da yede wala nyama ron.
I was concentrating on preparing my report.
yes ndengan hakilo lo nakibaro parendo le kan.
Were you in fact interested in this matter?
Ya mere defa yesu lo soto nyin ko nyin kono la ba.
Truth be told, huh?
To nya.
Halfway.
Fankilingola.
When
In
I mean
fact-
halfway, I'm
in
not trying to
fact-
cause.
In fact, you
joke.
were not interested at all.
Man sulo han sula
because-
kilin da fa sota ko.
Ha katu
In fact,
Yes.
you all knew that it was the state that killed these people and you were not interested in conducting any form of investigation whatsoever.
Altol be ya lon ne ko man sakunda la be marle nyimol la faro la wala ya sabu alma hani sula kilin sota ko nyin da pour ka ko kisi Allah ko la ta nyaaw nyanyar ndi nyama.
That's the truth.
Wala
Who's
mto
going to
nya.
carry the burden?
Yes.
But let me give one assurance.
You did not wish to carry the burden. You closed your eyes to it with the full knowledge that the burden rested at State House and also on all of you who are service chiefs and security ministers. You all kept quiet. You helped the government cover up the situation.
Ale man sakuma ko pour ka ko nyin ta ka mabo.
aliya duno mumeo be to State House wairi aliya lon ko mansale bulo ba koma.
Let me just take a step.
Answer the question. Yes
Karo
or no?
Jabiro.
Yes.
Ha o hani.
Ha
Allow me to take a step back.
lafta murula
So your answer is yes.
Yes.
Jabiro mo.
All of
na
you
Jabiro
were
Muhammad.
involved in a cover-up.
And
Ne
then
da bula da
you couldn't
kuro me
come
alon
out
ko wale
and say,
maboro
okay,
le
this is what
ko
really
nyin mabo.
happened.
Answer now.
Yes.
ha
You were saying we couldn't come out to say what? Could you answer?
As a team to approach this problem.
man kafuno nyoma ka fintinan ka ke kafu kilinti pour kanyin ko tamandi.
Because in between,
Katu kolu betama kantu mome.
I and with my men, we sensed that a deal must have gone terribly wrong.
Nteni na molu sobita nyin nako. Ha jamfa jawo keta wala ku tinyari mbale keta nyin kono.
These people, these
Nyimolu
migrants,
nyini buda ilalu.
I don't rule out that our securities have been taking money from them, and this time it must have gone terribly wrong with them.
Andu sobita kon na molu me daltele ka kodo muta nyin tamalalu bulu bitu nyin silo de aseke ku tinyari mba keta.
What were other cases? In my report, I almost mentioned Tanje, but I couldn't verify that one. There were times they arrested some migrants at Tanje.
Katu na kibaro fango kono ni lafta tanje la kumo fola die katu wati sotonta ye modolu fanglu mutale tanje fanang.
But in this particular case, it's not just some random security officer who caught a migrant and tried to get a buck or two from the person.
Bari nyindo nga manke ko security dolle sotonta wala kanto tankada do kulalu men yalon ko mo danta muta ibakata kampur ka femmute bulu.
This is state execution by agents from State House.
Nyil mu banko la do kulalu fangol la moluti men nyim faro.
Just answer now. These
for sure.
It's not coming. I can see the screen.
Oh.
It's not coming.
For sure.
So you are accepting that this is state ordered execution by soldiers from State House. You are accepting that. You accept that.
And this is from the Interior Minister.
Yes.
For sure.
And all of you kept quiet.
That's why I was telling
None of you came out.
Allow me to learn. You see, this is why sometimes when you don't allow me to learn, I'll go out and talk. You see, under these circumstances.
Baboucarr,
in
fact,
wait,
now if you do
have
that.
No control over me.
Excuse me,
if you exhaust me,
now,
I cannot mention any other thing outside.
Listen,
now you are coming with the right question.
Listen.
You were here busy bugging me, telling me that I went out giving out information. And I was telling you from the onset, I was the head of an institution in the army. When you ask me policy-related questions and why the policy went wrong. Now you are coming.
You do not determine the type of questions you are asked.
Well,
and this time round, if you go out and you tell things to the media that are different from what you told the commission, I would make an application that you'll be held for contempt.
No problem.
Okay, fine, fantastic.
Our job is very risky,
and be our guest and test us, and you would see.
Let me now. You see, I want to tell you something that has gone out of my mind. That's why sometimes allow me. I want to say that. Honestly, if that investigation had been under me,
then what?
Because the whole thing went into the wrong hands.
But Baboucarr,
we know the characteristics of a combatant, a person who comes to attack you. We know. And we are going to assess you on that base. I have mentioned that here. Well, this did not qualify them. And worst of all, they were arrested by unarmed personnel, police officers, whom they have outnumbered. But if it goes into the hands of somebody, now you see the problem that they have laid in my hands.
But how did they go in the wrong hands? These people were entrusted into the hands of the police. Sorry. Yes.
Marina told me this was an executive order.
What do you mean by that?
That they should be in possession of those guys. Migrants.
What do you mean by this was an executive order?
He said it was from the president. I said, okay, fine. The president has the right to direct wherever, any department to investigate this if he had the clue.
Ako president ole kayen ko nyimu itolle la kuti. Ako ha bitung president fanang diata e nyawnyandi nyama kisikisiro la karola. Asiyo Mario Lubulala.
And let me why is it very aggressive? Let me aggravated. Let me come to that. We were in a festive mood. In most cases, during this activity, we tend to strengthen our security network at the borderline. This is a norm in all security. After when Israel attacked Egypt,
let's not go there.
Everybody, we all adopted the same attitude. Wherever we go, whenever there's a national event, we run to the borders, we strengthen ourselves.
You said Marina told you that there was an executive order.
Yes.
Did that executive order include to kill these people?
No, to investigate them.
But you told us just moments ago that these people were executed by agents of the state from State House.
I do accept that for the simple reason there were testimonies.
Nsonta la dalilo kanko sedearo luketale men yo yitandi.
But proof, and by virtue of those who were involved,
anim fanan aketa nyame mennu bulo ba kono,
there was no question mark, rather ethic.
Inin karman kije bara men keta dron wolem aketale.
The mere fact that we mentioned the junglers.
Ka foko wo jongla lu men ya lon ko nge kumo foje.
I'm listening.
Of course, serious problems.
Keta kukolembalu.
In fact, we all know, or you would tell us, that the signature of the president is written all over this event.
Unless
you want to drill me to say yes.
Funny left nyajila kapurunga for ha.
Not his physical signature. His hand is in all this that has happened.
Even over me, he's my boss.
Let me change it. These killings could not have happened without the president sanctioning them.
Don't quote me for that.
Do you agree?
I will resend that question.
Okay. We know that the killings were done by the junglers. They have come here and confessed that. And I would be a little unfair to you on this, including by your brother, Malik Jatta, who came here and said, yes, he participated in those killings because they received orders from the president through Solo Bojang.
As a guarantee tilina baga nimma fenge anu abeo kono ifango doko ma ba kono memu jongulati anada nyanga yafo janko adabula da nyim farol kono landu kango ye wala soto president bulo pawo nyin atata ni solo bojanne o kango ta afrandi tol fanama.
Yes. I trust that information.
Wo kibaro ngato nyayandi.
Because some lives were lost.
No, lives were not lost. Lives were taken.
Wow. Now, if some element of the security forces concerned, we were in the forefront.
They were not in the forefront, they did it.
They were under the president's office. If there were any, these people should be arrested first if they had done the wrong thing.
You are going off tangent again.
Okay.
The question is, these killings were sanctioned from State House. From everything that we have seen.
Yes.
Could you answer now for the cameras? Let everybody see you.
Yes. I'm meant to believe. I believed that was from the State House.
About a State House.
By Yaya Jammeh.
Is the president for sure?
Tell him president.
Mr. Chair, time for the break. First break.
They were sanctioned from the State House. The witness has been very, very clear on that point.
Yes.
That these migrants were murdered by agents of the state from State House. You were Minister of Interior.
Yes.
You confirmed that to this commission.
From the commission, from my own
no
belief.
prevarication.
Yes.
Nyimolu banko fon la du kula lu menu bota man sakorda nyinto State House wala fon lu molti men yefa.
The state was responsible, you as Minister of Interior, for the murder of these migrants.
Amunta banko fon le nyimolu fa andu tembo etulo minister time marta banko kankunyal.
For sure.
Tonyala.
That's good. I'll take you back before we take the break. The two questions I asked you, you went round and round rambling and did not answer them. I will ask them again.
ñinin kanum kuma fulala minin jalo lo e may jabi bar silam be ñinin kala ko tek.
The first one is exactly the sequence of speakers to Jame at the VIP section in McCarthy Square.
ñinin kar folo mu ñinenti ma ninjuma le bulata ñono ma menu diamuta ya Jamme McCarthy Square mem folo tata mem bulata no ma menu diamuta je.
You answered them at the point you didn't know what they said to Jamme. I wasn't asking that. I just wanted to know in the order in which the movement was made to Jamme to tell him what was happening at Bara.
Ñinin karo ite ajabi ñamen wolem ñinti ima long ya mem fae katwal be jam farin ñolale ntela ñinin karo te woti de na ñinin karo momenti jumale folo dia mutai mem bulata onoma ani mem bulata onoma ya ñonoma ñamen kadiya mo ay ngawale ñinin ka
mo kalam I was not aware of that. I know that I talked to him, but seeing any other person security coming to him to talk to him, I've not seen that for sure. I did not pay attention.
Man hakilo tuje ka foko security la karola modo soton tamenna ta dia moye man hakilo tuoto.
You didn't say that Sonko spoke with the president?
No, he talked to me.
Imanyim foko Sonko dia muta president oye sedo ko hali Sonko dia muta tele.
I talked to the president.
Akatele tata dia mu president oye.
So no one else spoke to the president as far as you know.
I was aware of this. I did not see anybody talking to the president. It could be before. Because I said, I heard it from this testimony. These people were almost at the Navy headquarters transporting these people with the boss. And by the time I talked to the president, that was just a late information.
Wato men ntebe diam la president we wayatara kolu dukundita meta fa tardeta o yatara dunyi bo tembo fa ye nyulu bulandi bo so kono kabo sojaro la bato korda
Nobody informed me.
Momam fem fonye.
The second question was exactly what you said to Jamme.
Nanyinin kar fulan jang mu nyineti ye kalimolu menu fo yaya Jamme wo kalimolu laftol lelonna.
Let me repeat it again.
Mbatunga se akanko rek.
I went to Jamme to inform me exactly what the IG told me. He said that.
No, what did you say when you say?
Yes.
Tell him what the IG said to you.
That the IGP has just informed me
that
of some men that have entered the country here with canoes. But were arrested by were being arrested by the police and other services. Yes.
Did you or did you not say that they were perhaps some migrants?
No.
You didn't use the word migrant at all.
No. I apologize for that.
Fine. Thank you very much. We will take a 30-minute break for coffee and come back at 12:40. Meeting is adjourned.